Hello, all of my lovely angels and demons alike out there. Hope all of you are having a wonderful day or night or whatever time it is for you guys. I'm here getting back with Doki Literature Club. I did realize that my last video was kind of long. I really didn't mean for it to be. And I'm still working on figuring out how to edit. But there's a lot to this game, so I apologize if I have like super long videos. Anyhow, I believe we can just dive right back in. With our last thing, we had made our first poem. And yeah, if there's anything you guys want to miss out, if you've missed out, feel free to check out my playlist. Somewhere on the screen there should be an eye icon or something where you can find my playlist of my previous videos and find out everything else. Alright, and I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot the voices I gave these characters, so bear with me. Anyways, Sayori. About what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Fallen, it's nicer that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. I really like Sayori. She's really sweet. She really is. Honestly, I like Sayori. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay! I really like Sayori. Sayori is my favorite. I love her. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay, are we gonna do another poem? We are! Okay. Let's try and go for stuff Sayori might like. Let's see. I forgot what kind of stuff she likes. Oh no. Let's try... Jump? Oh, that's Natsuki. Let's try Valentine? Natsuki again. Because I've learned that if whoever jumps is who you're playing more for, and so far I'm doing more for Natsuki. So, wonderful. Hey, Sayori. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri. Right? Right. Anyways. Beauty. Sayori. Yay. Okay. Daydream. Sayori. Let's do... Skipping. Let's do... we gotta do chocolate. There's Captive, Holiday... You know what, since the holidays are coming up, let's do Holiday. I hope all of you guys also have a good holiday as well. Whatever you celebrate, or even if you don't celebrate at all, I just hope you have a good day. With all this mess is going around, just stay safe and wash your hands and all of that, you know? Happiness. Let's do, clouds. Let's do waterfall. And ocean. Memories. Treasure. Massacre? Yeah. I can English. Can I? I don't know. Hope. Let's do special. And rose. And sunset. And love. Oh, we still have one more. Let's do sweet. Okay, I believe we did mostly Sayori this time around. Alright, another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Fallen! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No, thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets all its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. Aww. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. Got the mind of a mastermind. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. Oh, don't make her feel guilty. She is innocent. At least I think she is. I'm not sure. She might not be. This could all be. See, the thing is this is a really fun game and is like really bubbly and everything else, but I feel like at some point it's just gonna like take a really dark twist. That's what all games do, don't they? I mean, there's always something wrong. But anyways. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. She's stalking us. 100% she's stalking. It's kind of creepy, honestly. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! No, I'm not lending any money. I'm broke already. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I get too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It really doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? I don't like that statement.
I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. I mean, there's always something off, but I mean, that's kind of unsettling.
Don't let her fool you.
Oh wait. Has that been me talking, or was that Sayori just a second ago? Oh no. Anyways, Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. What? I guess she got hit? I'm not saying that. Because I'll destroy my voice. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
Ow! What was... A cookie?
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution.
I love Sayori so much. I swear, I love her. She's absolutely amazing. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Natsuki! Did Natsuki just slap Sayori with the cookie? Really? Is that what this has come to? Cookie Wars?
I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though.
Oh, I just noticed that she's got like a little tooth. She's got like one showing. Just one.
Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good.
Oof. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. Guys, I promise, I can talk. Maybe. Just a little.
I bit my tongue.
You're going through a lot over just,
You're going through a lot just over one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her cookie.
Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
So, oh goodness, I am having loads of strokes. Goodness. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez.
I get it!
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Oh, that's great. Okay, hands down, Sayori is my favorite. I love her so much. Oh, goodness. That is something I would do. Oh. Wow.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Uh-huh. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori...
Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where is she at? Isn't she the club leader? Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual.
I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a...
I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
That's true. Excuse me?
Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Eh? Monica chose a club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed.
Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica.
Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
Yay!
That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Fallen. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everything is already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie, Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. Oh, I forgot she did that. Oh, there was a whole moment with... goodness. Okay. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though.
Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. I butchered that sentence so badly. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds.
That doesn't solve the problem, though.
Huh? What do you mean?
Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
What's this? Sayori's talking... Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's weird to hear her deliberating like this. It's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick?
What kind?
Well, I guess we could...
Cupcakes!
Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that.
You're right! Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly!
That wasn't why you suggested it.
Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy.
Cupcakes it is, then.
I'm hungry.
Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh, that's really close. Why is she so close? I don't like that. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair.
Sorry.
Wait.
Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it.
Wait, my character watches anime? Okay, what kind of anime does my character watch? I need some suggestions, homie. Like, come on. I need to stop rewatching Death Note on repeat. And I've tried to get into My Hero Academia. I just didn't get far. Anyway.
You'll need to get used to it.
Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true, though.
Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. Please give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself.
How is it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
Oh, is that why her hair is so spiky and everything? Or is that just a design choice? I wonder. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe the stain off with my finger.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that.
Hey, you meanie.
And you don't keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Oh, that was a call out.
That's super mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh, she really looks adorable. Honestly.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things.
Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid.
It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful! The button might come off!
Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. English. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
Oh, goodness.
Don't say that out loud!
Exactly. But there's no shame. No shame. You do you, Sayori. Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy! It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more.
Phew! That's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around.
So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let me do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway.
You don't need a boyfriend. You don't. You don't need a girlfriend or a partner or whatever you're into. You don't. You really don't. You can just do your own thing. People stress a lot about finding the right person, but honestly, you really don't need a boyfriend or anything. So if you find the fact that you're single a good thing, good for you. If you hate being single, you'll find someone at some point. I mean, it'll all work out in the end, you know?
So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Oh, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out, "Why don't we share the poems we wrote now?"
Yay! Fallen, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. Okay, let's start with Sayori.
Oh, my goodness! This is so good, Fallen! I love it! Especially after yesterday's poem.
You're too honest sometimes, Sayori.
No, but really! I want to put this on my wall! Can I?
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Fallen poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out poems, if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If that makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how that works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah, me neither.
Why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet!
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever.
Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad.
Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice, happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Fallen. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay?
Okay. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar, It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little bottles of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle to a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo. Is Sayori okay? That was, like, kinda dark. Is she okay? I'm kinda concerned, because, like, she's all bubbly and everything else, but that was, like, it was dark. It might have not really been anything, but I mean, if Sayori, holy crap, yeah. Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Oh, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Okay, so there is something going on. She's tapping into her feelings to write that. I mean, there's gotta be some sort of issue. Sayori, are you okay, honey? I'm worried. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is that it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. I'm really worried about her, though. Let's go to Monica next. Hi again, Fallen. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for me today? Or wrote for today? Sure. There you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in a different way, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a different feel to it. You can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Alright. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony. Am I reading that right? Yeah. Of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Violent, grunting waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sighing. Cosine? Tangent? I don't know. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me? Yeah, load me. It's even more abstract than the last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I'd never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression or of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. I mean, that's a good tip, but why would she think to tell me that? What? I feel like she's not talking to my character. I feel like she's talking to me. Like, she knows I'm not just a character in the game. I get a really off vibe about Monica. She's just kind of unsettling. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Yeah, Monica's really setting me off. I feel like there's something gonna happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? See? 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 I'm telling you, she's not talking to my character, she's talking to me. Monica's gonna be like one of those characters that like knows it's a game or something. I don't know. What am I even talking about? Don't play dumb now. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Don't play dumb, Monica. Don't play dumb. Natsuki? I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah. Well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know. But honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away, like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own ways. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. I feel like Natsuki doesn't like spiders. It's just a hunch, though.
Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up.
I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people to realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course. It's how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to.
Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure.
Something that you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy?
Exactly.
Yes.
Natsuki for president. I don't know. Oh, goodness.
I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can, too.
It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it.
And now we have Yuri. Is it my turn? Let's see how it compares to yesterday. I see. It's a bit different. I expect you for trying different things, Fallen. Were you inspired by Natsuki's poem? Or Sayori's, perhaps? Well, I guess you could say that. I thought so. I'm happy for you. You don't need to find inspiration in my poems. I write them for myself, not for anyone else. So I don't really need for people to like them or anything. Yuri? I'm sorry for being so blunt, but you're overthinking this a little. Just because our styles are different doesn't mean I dislike your poems. In fact, I tried to do something in your style. If I tried to do something in your style, I would probably just do a terrible job. I see. I'm sorry. My stupid mind, it likes to do that sometimes. Anyway, you don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings, and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course! Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Okay, I've really left her handwriting. I wish I had this neat of handwriting. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of my bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, the hungry curiosity, the raccoon on urge. The moon increments its phase, and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistened in the eyes of my raccoon friend. A slice of bread fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry, more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pandovian? Pavlovian? Why am I having such a hard time reading that? Oh well. Conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Okay. That was a bit twisted, but okay. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Unusual? It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person that would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room, crisscross applesauce, just like in elementary. Or whatever grade it is for European people. I don't know how it works over there. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for that festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members in English. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, thought you've heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring the poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you in here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if that And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Aww. Monica's, like, unsettling, but she's really inspiring at the same time. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but...
It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine!
I guess I'll just have to get it over with.
Alright!
Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice.
That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri!
This club's seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want to see each of you choose a poem of yours. We're going to be practicing reciting them in front of each other.
No way!
Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? She has a point. Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course. Now, let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind to herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand, and finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica!
Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next.
What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden!
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri!
It's called Affirmage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. Okay, so these poems that they're reading, are they poems that we've already read? I know Monica said to select ones that they've written, but I mean, I forgot the title of them. I believe they're reading the first poems that they wrote, right? I'm not too sure. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow.
Sorry, I giggled. Sayori.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think of it like you're reciting it to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. Best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew, through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job! Oh, this is me. Good job, Sayori.
Even falling like that.
I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely, but it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean.
I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. And then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know?
Okay.
Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Fallen. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Fallen lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Hey! Natsuki! Come on! Natsuki! It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive I swear, guys, I promise. I can read. I can talk. Maybe. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. Sorry, I'm not as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah, I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. You got this one, Natsuki! Woo! It's called...
Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes up and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, now was it?
Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again.
Well, do you at least feel prepared to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I thought it'd be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming, though. It might be hard, but I want you to know that we all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get good enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time of what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine, too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day.
I can't wait!
I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep.
Look at you.
Look at you two, always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be nice. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Fallon. You don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's go already. Alright! So, I believe this is a good place to stop for tonight's video, whenever you're seeing this. Hope you guys liked the video. Like, subscribe, comment what you'd like to see, or whatever. If you want to see more videos from me, just, again, subscribe and hit the bell. Make sure YouTube doesn't do its crap where, it sets all your stuff to personalized, because it does that to me with the people I'm subscribed to. But, you know, it is what it is. YouTube is something, you know? Anyways, my social media links will be down below if you guys want to follow me and see what kind of stuff I'm sharing there. See a little more in my life. And yeah, I think that's about it. Hope all of you guys have a wonderful day, and, you know, see you on the flip side.